If you are, like I am, the owner of a small, aging sailboat, you may wake up one day and find that you've turned this, an old and a bit worn but fully functioning boat interior, first into this, a demolition site, then into this, an empty space, which you've now sworn to turn into this. An exact replica of the original interior that you started this whole thing by knocking down, but infinitely nicer and cleaner and built by you. If this is you, or you fear it might be you, then there is a new video series you should follow. It's called Spending Time with Miss T. It begins in the beginning during a raging 1970s plastic revolution when sailing was fashionable and spending hard-earned days of leisure practically on top of each other under poor sanitary conditions was great fun, sexy even. Miss T was part of this merry innocence, but then spent 5 decades changing, from luxurious holiday home for a family to a gradually decaying time capsule for one. Miss T began to smell, in an awkward way, like an old friend who's fallen into bad habits, and the one man left in the boat felt his loyalty being tested. Everything he mended exposed other things broken. Everything he cleaned exposed other things unclean. He made the drastic decision to save his devotion to this fine boat by tearing it down. He hacked and sawed, unscrewed, kicked, hammered, and chiseled his way back in time to reach that desired point of emptiness, which, so he thinks, must be reached in order to move forward. And there he is now, tied to his promise. Now, if you, watching this, feel that this empty room, this project, this idea, is not a sinkhole for time and money, but instead a rational and sensible thing to do, and a promise of endless fun, then you are one of us, and you are very welcome along. If you, on the other hand, feel a slight hesitation, and you'd like to know more about time schedules and costs, then run and forget you ever saw this. This man will not run. He has dug this trap for himself. He'll stay and keep his promise, which is to rebuild this now empty space into something remarkable, to fill it with clever and beautiful things, and then, one fine morning, untie the lines and let it bring him, with the seasons, across the sea.